Dom Eugene Boylan, who lived from 1904 to 1963, was a Cistercian abbot in Roscrea, Ireland, at the Abbey of Mount St. Joseph. And he's a key and pivotal figure in the history of spiritual theology in the 20th century. Two books especially, I think, are powerful. This Tremendous Lover, written in 1945, and Difficulties in Mental Prayer. Like Father Paul de Jager, Father Eugene Boylan is really focusing his spiritual teaching on a synthesis of St. Paul, focusing especially on Galatians 2:20, "It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me." Both de Jager and Boylan are deeply influenced by the 17th century French school of spirituality, which includes such figures as Cardinal Bérulle, Monsieur Condron, Father Jean-Jacques Ollier, the founder of the Sulpicians. This whole emphasis on a deep understanding of the indwelling of Christ in the soul and a deep apostolic spirit is at the heart of the French school. It's at the heart of the teaching of Father de Jager and Abbot Dom Eugene Boylan. This Tremendous Lover is a vibrant synthesis of Catholic teaching on prayer, and Boylan masterfully connects the doctrines of such things as the fundamental doctrines of our Catholic faith, the Trinity, the redemption, the theology of grace. He connects it all with a very practical and human sense of the discipline that's required in our spiritual lives to really open ourselves up at a deep level to the power of the Holy Spirit. Boylan is a master of talking about heart-to-heart conversation with Christ, the connection between deep daily spiritual reading and Lectio Divina of the inspired sacred scriptures and its relationship to a very vibrant mental prayer that is heart-to-heart, that's deep. He's also very realistic about our humanity and the fact that every person who sits down to pray seriously encounters a whole wide array of distractions each and every time they sit down. He's very human. He's comforting and challenging at the same time about that experience. On the one hand, he wants us to recognize it's part of our humanity. On the other hand, he wants us to focus even more deeply and to take the challenge to go even more deeply into the spirit of prayer and to connect it to our daily lives. So he covers so many different, the relationship between humility and prayer, the relationship between the cross of Christ and prayer, the influence of Our Lady on our prayer. It's a wonderful magnum opus of a Catholic approach to the spiritual life based on the truths of our Catholic faith.